And we would now like to welcome in sports audio producer Matt Yeazel to give insights on the men's basketball team and their weekend. Matt, great to have you back on.
It's great to be back, Aidan.
Well, it was a tale of two halves in Marquette's loss to the Badgers on Saturday. What exactly went wrong for the team in your mind in the late stages of that game?
Aidan, they just lost their defensive identity. I mean, with Shaka Smart and this new team, one thing they're stressing is the defense, and in particular, the press defensively. Shaka Smart's famous for it in his coaching career, and that press just did absolutely nothing to phase the Badgers at all. It forced maybe one turnover throughout the entire game, and in the second half, the Badgers shot more than 70% from the field. They got scoring from a lot of different guys. Obviously, Johnny Davis led the way with 25, but you also had Davison with 20. You had Chucky Hepburn and Stephen Crowell, two other starters, with 15. So when you have scoring coming from so many different areas from the Badger side, and then just not the defensive game plan for Marquette not going the way they expected, it just resulted in the second half really getting out of hand quickly and them not really having a chance to be able to come back.
Well, despite the loss, we can look at the bright side as first-year forward Oso Ighodaro had a solid performance. He put up 11 points. How have you seen him improve as the season has gone on?
Oh, tremendously improvement from him from last season, where we didn't really get to see him play at all, really. His first year, last year, obviously under then Steve Wojciechowski, he just didn't really get a lot of playing time, so we didn't know what to expect from him this year. But he has played a very prominent role, playing essentially the same amount of minutes as Kirk Kweth, although Kweth obviously getting the nod in the starting lineup and obviously having an impact in terms of blocks more so than Ighodaro. But rebounding-wise, he's second on the team with just under 5 a game. That's had a big impact. And then scoring-wise, the last few games, he's really taken advantage of a lot of opportunities down low. He had 3 dunks in the first half that really energized the team a little bit and kept them in the game in the first half. So I expect a lot more from Ighodaro as this season goes on, for sure.
Hopefully he can keep his momentum going as the Golden Eagles face a gauntlet of a schedule. They face number 4 UCLA on Saturday. Do you think they have any chance to pull off the upset, and if so, how do they do it?
Well, you mentioned the gauntlet. That's not even the first part of it. Wisconsin was, obviously, but tomorrow night they're playing at Kansas State, another road game. I think there's a lot of concern there, and then after UCLA, they got some tough opponents as they start conference play. But in terms of UCLA, based on the team that I just saw in Madison on Saturday, I'm just not seeing the upset chance there, Aidan. I think UCLA is a much better team than Wisconsin is even, and I think UCLA is a lot better than Illinois is, even though a team, obviously Marquette, beat. They got one of the best players in the country in Johnny Juzang. They made the Final Four last year and obviously lost on that heartbreaker to Gonzaga, so they got something to prove this season. The only thing that could potentially go in Marquette's favor, Jaime Jaquez, a very high-quality big man for UCLA, currently is injured. Not sure if he's going to be able to play or not. So if he's not able to go, that could go in Marquette's favor a little bit. And I think obviously a hyped-up Fiserv Forum could potentially make the game close. But based on the team I just saw, I can't say Marquette's going to pull off a huge upset. It would be over an elite team.
Well, we will see. As always, Matt, great stuff. Appreciate the time. The women's volleyball team returns to the NCAA tournament after missing out last season. We'll talk about that and more when we come back.